Hello, welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back. This is part C, if I haven't written it on the tag. So, I wanted to ask Jeff some health and wellness questions, but first I'm going to ask him just a quick general question. Who are you the son of?
Like, that's my dad's name?
Yeah, I guess so.
David LeFranchise.
You have brothers and sisters?
Yeah. I've got 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
And you're a twin too, eh?
Yeah, I have a twin sister.
Good. What's your relationship like with those guys?
It's good, yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
I don't hang out with my sisters very much. I hang out with Dan lots because he lives here. We live together. And now
Yes,
Tommy,
yes.
since he's been back, we hang out lots because, well, we're sharing common space together.
Yes, yes. Excuse me as I just shift. There we go. Cool. And thank you. Thank you. I just wanted to. So, I would like to ask some health and wellness questions because it's one of my fun. It's a subject that I'm fond of, and it's a subject I'm fond of discussing with Jeff. Dude, in terms of health and wellness, what do you think the average person knows? The average person's wisdom is at?
I don't know. I maybe give people more credit than they deserve. I don't know. I think people, know what's right and what's wrong. Like vegetables and fruits are good. Butter, popcorn, not so good. Running good. Sitting on your couch after, a day is like not so good. I think generally most people know that. They maybe don't think about it as hard as they should, maybe, and maybe they don't realize it all the time. But I think people, know the basics, and that's really all you need to know. I think for the most part, diet and exercise is like just pretty key, and everything falls into place after that. Really, I find. 'Cause it's a lifestyle, so.
What's a good diet? Not what I eat.
It depends. A well-rounded diet for sure, I think, is good. It's important. Doesn't mean that you can go. There's lots of ways to get a well-rounded meal without eating like meats or whatever. But I like meat, so I eat meat. But I don't think it's unhealthy as long as you're getting all your macro and micronutrients. Which is what you need.
What's a good way of getting micronutrients? How do you get your micronutrients? Is there a couple of things that you do to
Fruits
get?
And vegetables have usually lots of trace minerals of I think iron, usually manganese, those kind of type things those are usually the micronutrients and calcium and things like that. And yeah, fruits and vegetables are really good for that. And some of them are and nuts and seeds too. But I mean, yeah, just a well-rounded diet of everything, if you can. Yeah.
So there is an economic. Is there an economic link to being able to have a good diet? Or can it be done? Can it can you earn minimum wage and have a good diet?
It's tough to say 'cause I don't pay a whole lot for rent here and things like that, and I've really never done the economics on it. But I eat. I know I try to eat well. For sure I'm pretty picky about what I eat, and I don't find it very expensive. Because once you're satisfied through reaching a nutritional level, try to do that on lower amount of calories, which is obtained by more nutrient dense foods. So then you're not having to consume nearly as much for your nutritional requirements. It becomes a point of just wanting to eat after that. I do that. I overeat all the time because I just like to eat past the point of being satisfied, and that's a huge problem with people. And yeah, so. Just try to get nutritionally dense food, and that's a big problem solver right there. And usually those foods cost a bit more, but like I say, once you've met your nutritional requirements, then it's kind of just a matter of just eating extra. But I mean, once again, then your level of physical activity also is dependent on that. So, people can burn up to thousands and thousands of calories a day. I don't know, athletes I don't even know, more probably 5 to 10. Maybe, I don't know, average is 2 or something like that. So it's yeah, it can get expensive for sure. You know, food is a huge industry, and you know, it's definitely a problem for a lot of people. I think about it myself when I.
Problem addiction?
Pardon?
Problem like addiction?
For some people, yeah. Oh, definitely. Some people have a big problem with it. Yeah, but I think a minimum, like you going back to your question about like minimum wage and things like that. I think it's for sure. Somebody who's making minimum wage, you know, who doesn't lead a crazily extravagant lifestyle, because you know some things do have to be sacrificed to, you know, maybe eat a bit better. You know, you can't drink as much beer or whatever, or maybe not as often, or something like that. You know, some things do have to, you know, be compromised, or that's
Do you have a favorite beer?
Do I have a favorite beer? Yeah. Let me think about that. It's tough to say.
What's the last beer you had?
The last beer I had was one of those. I forget what the exact title. The rosemary beer from Big Rock, Rosemarius, I think is the name.
Are you any good?
I had one. I really like that. It's quite. That and the Summer Squeeze are the two best new beers I've had in recent times. Both like out of the ballpark, delicious.
Yeah, Summer Squeeze is delicious. Holy.
Mm-hmm.
What are the possibilities for a healthy body?
Endless.
Right on. So like to hear. Yeah.
I think the possibilities are endless. For sure.
You see that because you see where you could go.
Yeah, you see where people have gone. You know where you can go. It doesn't mean it's all individual. Once again, you know, like my personal best is not going to be the same as somebody else's, but doesn't mean I can't try for it and always try to be better. So I think, you know, the possibilities to be better is always endless for the individual.
Who's the healthiest person you know?
That I know, the healthiest person I personally know. Tough to say. Elaine is a big inspiration in terms of health, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Not all the viewers will. Can we divulge a surname too, or should we just keep Elaine?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Lee as well. They kind of their combination together for sure.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for Lee, I would not have met Elaine, and
Yeah.
you know, and Lee is definitely a health conscious person too. So, you know.
Do you think that people who meet them without knowing what they know would get the vibe of vitality?
I think so, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt.
What's the mind's role in fitness? Oh, Jeff, I'm going to pause you and restart it, dude. Because I know